A nice couple in a pickup truck.
Maybe we should call him and see if he can go from, report from the field.
He's in the basement waiting for the gimp.
Let's go live, boys. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
What is up? What is up? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, may I have your attention, please? It is Guitarsenal on Tuesday night, 9:08 p.m. Eastern Persuasion, and we are here with John Shane, with Jimmy Batter and Trev the Cemetery. Welcome in, gentlemen. We have some breaking news. This just in. We have reports from the field that the weather is getting worse. We have nasty, terrible drives home with snow falling in the Georgia area. This is taken from Randy Price's dash, and you can see approximately a half-inch of snow with additional snow falling. More to report as the story develops. We will get back with you as we have more information. So until then, back to you in the studio, Trev.
Right. Well, too bad we didn't get a picture of his truck in the ditch. But.
Yeah, so we have
pre-rec footage.
We have gotten some reports from Randy that he was trying to get home, and the snowfall was sudden and accumulated quickly.
The dipshittery was high.
The other idiots on the road decided to slide into said Randy and slid him into a ditch, and he is currently hoofing it home.
Didn't he walk like 3 or 4 miles or something?
He said that, and then he did get picked up by a nice...
He made it 300 meters, and then he was gasping and spitting and farting.
So we are waiting to see that Randy has made it home safely. Therefore, I don't know if he will be joining us.
Was that fucker here on the last show? No,
he was not. R2
Jesus.
was in the WhatsApp chat, and we sent him a link, and who knows what he's doing. He's probably eating a Portillo's, whatever it is, hot dog, or
enchiladas,
doing something with the hot dog. I don't know. So.
Well, and speaking of R2, too bad he's not here, because we could use a little crying in the rain.
We could use a little crying in the rain tonight. So we had the passing of John Sykes, player for
Legend.
Kurt Hammett lives.
Yeah. And Keith Richards is still kicking. How about that?
He ain't gonna get rid of Keith Richards. He's the biggest cockroach.
Was he always with Whitesnake? Was that the only band, or was he with some other projects?
Tigers of Pantang and Thin Lizzy.
Blue Murder.
Thin Lizzy, I was
Thin
gonna
Lizzy.
say, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. So lost another one. Lost another one. But you know what you got to keep doing.
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
So there you go. Words to live by. You just got to keep playing, no matter what.
You know, when people would ask me, it's like, if you could have somebody's talents for one day, I always say it was John Sykes, because he could play the hell out of the guitar and he was a hell of a singer.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. And you only get it for one day.
Yep.
I don't know. I think I'd pass. I'd be like, I don't want to be able to feel that, and then not have it.
Be without it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Rather not have it and not know it.
Does it have to be a musician, or can we venture into?
We're not going into like John Williams,
Emily Radikowski's
Not
place
that-
Right?
seat for a day.
Not,
For a
not
day,
that
you wouldn't
kind
leave the bedroom.
of- Not that kind
What?
of
You
talent.
want to be Amy Winehouse?
No.
Sing like a motherfucker, that one.
Hey, gentlemen, let's give a shout out to our channel members. We do
Yes.
have channel membership available on the channel if you should choose to support us in that manner. We greatly appreciate it. EV Mux fees are going to be coming due. I got a coupon for it, so I'm going to get it for about $400. But that is coming up. So if you'd like to help support us as a channel member, we appreciate all of the old and new members. And just hit that join button. It's right there underneath the video today. Just smash it.
Smash
So
it.
let's get over to the chat. Shall we unzip it? See who's here. Let's see. I'm showing probably at least a good 37,000 in the chat. Let's see who pops out first. Yep, there he is. Channel member Zach Thong saying hey to the crew. Good to see you, Zach.
Zach.
Got Chuck C joining us. Good to see you. We got Tim Thomas is here saying hey to the dudes. Right on, Tim. Good to see you. We got Wayne McConnell saying greetings. Good to see you hanging out with us. We got channel member El Barge is here saying good evening. Good to see you. We got channel member Hillary giving us a happy Tuesday. Whooped, calling it a night to get some beauty rest. I'll check out the replay. Right on. Appreciate you coming in and saying hello, Hillary.
Yeah.
Sleep well, and we will see you next time. Let's see. We got channel member Scott Rockaway is here. Good to see you hanging out.
What's up, Scott?
Channel member Jimmy Biter here and on the panel saying what's up. Right on. Let's see. We've also got scrolling down here. We've got channel member Edward R. Nugent Jr. saying hey to the crew and the whole chat. Good to see you, Ed. Scott's calling out there. R.I.P. John Sykes. Right on. We got channel member Searching for Tone giving some greetings. Good to see you.
How you doing,
Let's
bud?
see. Also have channel member Blue Mox is here. Good to see you, man.
Blue.
Let's see. We caught there's symmetry in the chat and on panel. Good to see Trev. Let's see. 40 Grit, channel member saying what up, dudes. Good to see you, sir. 40.
Cheers, man.
If you're going to NAM, could we convince you to give us some field reports? We'll go live, man. We'll have some field reports from Mike from the field of NAM. We'll have all the this just in news breaks and all the cool stuff that you're seeing. Let me know, man. Let's see. We got Papa Blue is here. Good to see you, Papa. Scrolling on down, we got Joe Alba giving cheers to all. Calling it out for Sykes. Little cheers. Let's see. Who else do we have? We have Patrick Trites is here. Good to see you. Kurt 5150. This just in. So I know that that's not a new phrase, but I'd like to think that we've brought it back. I'm seeing it all around on the Facebooks and a little bit of the chatter. This just in.
A little bit of resurrection.
Little resurrection. We got, speaking of this just in, Guitar Talk Universe has a little news report for us. This just in. It is currently 8 in Louisville. 8 what? 8, I don't know what, but it's 8 in Louisville.
8
Thank you,
p.m.?
Quentin. Could be 8 p.m. Yep. Welcome in, Quentin. Let's see. We have KXM Rock is here. Good to see you with us. We've got channel member All Day All Night. South Louisiana got hammered with the snow today. My sister sent me some pictures. She is right on the Gulf of America there. She got a house right on the beach and sent me some pictures of the snow accumulating on the beach. That was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. So,
I'll bet.
I remember when I was a kid, and we used to read the Archie comics, and we always thought it was funny that they would go to the beach, and then in the winter scenes they would be covered with snow. And we're like, where the heck do they live where they can go to the beach and it snows? So, is there actually a place where it does that regularly?
A little bit here.
Maine?
I mean, I've been down
Rhode
at
Island?
Kitts Beach in the snow,
Where were they
watching the
actually
people
from?
snowshoe and
Does anybody know where they
cross
were
country
actually
ski.
from?
Who?
Scooby-Doo.
The Archie gang.
Oh,
Archie,
Archie.
Jughead, and Reggie, and Veronica, and Betty, and Moose, and all those characters. Where were they from? Anybody know? Maybe if we get some information, we'll have a
kind of bunch.
just in if we find out. We've got Can't Drive 55 is here. Wee bit nipply, only 21. We are currently 22 degrees here, and very, very humid, but no precipitation as of yet. Kurt says, let's be real. Randy's truck broke down at the Kroger gas station. Yeah. He was trying to find the bong store. Couldn't find it because it was in Louisville. Let's see.
Much Randy loves bongs.
Who else we got? Did we say hey to Can't Drive 55? We're saying it now. Channel member Andy Carson saying hey to the good peoples of OU
Andy.
land. Welcome in, Andy. Let's see. We've got channel member Florida Claimers Ted is hanging out. Good to see you hanging. We got channel member Cushman NYC is here as well. Good to see you here with us. Bradley Wood is here saying, what up, boys? Good to see you, Bradley. We got another RIP for John Sykes there. Riff Lord. Right on, Andy.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Channel member Steve Rezor is here. Good to see you, Steve. I know we said hey to Scott Brockway. We're going to keep on scrolling. 40 Grit says, I will be there. Let's figure it out. Right on, man. Right on. I'd love to do that.
Show me the stuff that's too...
Let's put that other channel to shame. So, yeah. Let's see. Who else we got? I just said hey to Can't Drive. Did we say hey to Joe Alba? Says, congrats to Pete Thorne landing a spot in the Satch Vi band. What a dream come true to play with Kenny Aronoff. Right on. This is news to me. I didn't hear about this.
News to me as well.
I'll have to check that out. Sounds like a pretty cool gig.
No doubt.
Yeah. Truth Warrior is here, and he says it's currently 1 in Columbus, Ohio. And you know it must be true because
He's
it is the Truth Warrior. So,
He ain't shitting you.
right. Let's see. We said hey to Patrick. Let's see. Rhode Island has beaches and snow. I kind of thought that maybe that might be, but never officially saw that's where it was.
Did I
Quentin,
not say northeast?
yeah, oh yeah, you did, but not specifically Rhode Island. But Kurt 5150 is asking, Reggie is Quentin's bird? Yeah, I don't know, one of them, I guess. Let's see, Nick
Jughead.
is here. Welcome back, Nick. We met Nick over at the Fruitcake Tony show the other night. Welcome back for the second time, Nick. Good to see you. And anybody else that's wondering, Fruitcake Tony, who's that? Check out the links down in our description. You'll see several channels that we recommend. One of them being the Under the Bus Boys, who is Kurt 5150 is part of. And they will be live tomorrow with some information on the NAMM show that is coming up. So check them out tomorrow night. Did we say hey to Cushman NYC? Pretty sure we did. Scrolling on down, we've got channel member Jeff K. He's like, duh, Riverdale.
Well, I was going to say, I just looked it up, and Riverdale is it's supposed to be in Rockland County, and Rockland County is on the west side of the Hudson, blah, 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 yada, 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 New York.
There we go. All right. Now we know.
No wonder why they're retarded.
It's
Mike
funny
wasn't
how
too low for that now, was it?
I was just about to say he whispers and we can hear him. That's kind of strange how that worked, right?
Jimmy's an artist at being heard when he wants to be.
Right. Oh, goodness me. Let's see who else is here. We've said hey to Kurt. We've got Cushman. Another call out for an RIP for John Sykes. Can't believe he's gone. It tends to happen. You know, we're all getting older, so it just goes to show that every day you need to make the most of it. And, you know, if you're sitting around, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, just do it. Just do it.
Just keep playing, man.
You want that guitar? Just go get it. Buy it. You want a new Porsche? Go buy you one. Porsche? Whatever. Isn't that who's married to Ellen? Porsche?
Hey, Ellen.
Let's see. Did we say hey to Searching for Tone channel member? We're going to say it now. Triggerdale. Yeah. Scott Brockway has now canceled us. All right. Genocide is here.
Genocide.
Good to see you, Genocide. And I think we have caught up with the chat. This just in. All Dave All Night has a report from Louisiana. It's supposed to be 9 or 10 degrees here tonight. More to come.
Cold AF.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Wait, what? The guy from White Nate's not? Yes, he did. He did.
Guitar player.
Snow Day is canceled. Right. Hey, look at here. We got channel member Bocephus Mode is joining us. Welcome in. Welcome in. Bocephus Mode, of course, the big winner of the PRS guitar that we gave away. And there'll be another one coming up.
By we, you mean you.
Yeah, by we, I mean me. Yeah. So there'll be another one coming up that I will be giving away. It's
Personally.
Kramer 1984 Illusionist. So check out what that is, and we'll give that away. You know, I've kind of tossed back and forth. I've said it'll be this, it'll be this. I haven't really decided, but we'll decide exactly how we're going to give it away. But I do know that when we hit 5,150 subs, we will have a giveaway show for it. So anyway, shall we get on with tonight's show? We're
on with the show. This is it.
We have an introduction of a new lady, and we gave a brief introduction on Sunday. This is Eleanor, and Eleanor is a 2022 Gibson Les Paul Custom Shop 1959 reissue with the Murphy Lab Ultra Light Age treatment. I need to wipe her down a little bit. She's dirty from my finger. And
Paws all over it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Still in the honeymoon phase.
we showed a little bit on Sunday, but we're going to go a little deep dive on it. You can kind of see in the reflection some of the checking they were able to accomplish on the top there.
That's the coolest part.
Yeah, that checking goes all over the surface of the guitar, all on the edges. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, there you go. Look up at that top horn. See that through there. You got it down here on this bottom area as well. All over the back of it. There we go. It's got the custom shop 70th anniversary tag on the back.
Sweet.
And all along the neck, you can see all that checking there.
Does it say Murphy Lab anywhere?
It does not. Does not. Just has the serial number on the back. And on the headstock here, you'll see all the checking that they did on there. Little ding that they put on it. And so that brings up again the debate. A lot of people are like, why are you paying more for a guitar that's all relic and this and that? And it's personal preference. You know, I like the look of it.
Yeah. It
And I
makes
like-
your 22 look like it's been around a few decades.
Yeah, I like the feel of it as well. It feels like an old friend, you know, those pair of jeans that fit just right when you put them on. They're all stretched out right to your fat gut, you know, circumference. And
wrapping your hand around your own pecker.
it just feels right. It feels familiar. So,
Preferably without the checking.
without the check.
Those are vein substitutes.
Oh my goodness. Rosewood fretboard, we'll go over kind of the details. I'll pull up the Gibson site and go over. But a few different things that they do with the 59 reissue. They make it's a VOS as well. So I think they make, what does that mean? Vintage old spec or something like that? Well, yeah, they keep changing what it means. I think it's vintage old spec or original spec or something like that. 40 Grit could probably tell us. But they try to make it as true to the way that it would have been made back in 59. And I can tell why the 59 Les Paul originals were so special, because nothing else plays quite like these do. I say these because we've got Claudia, the sister, sitting right over here. Little younger sister right there, but fantastic guitars. And the debate about these, is, okay, you've got it relic, you've paid a little bit more for it. It's not worth that price that people are paying for it. So Quentin says VOS is very old stock. Could be. If you get your hands on one and you play one, you'll understand where that extra, 15% or whatever it is went into these guitars. Like I said, it just feels like an old friend, and it just plays fantastic. So let's pull up and we'll talk about some of the specs of it here. Let's see, we'll add that to the stage, and I will switch back to this. So Gibson is describing this as the Holy Grail Gibson Custom Shop's 1959 Les Paul standard reissue. Is not just a tribute to the priceless original models, it's a clone. So they've laser scanned the dimensions, and they've also chemically recreated the plastics to color match the shades of sunburst. Every element's been rendered in unbelievable detail. Represents the culmination of decades of work by custom shop expert team, a tireless quest to bring accuracy and authenticity to the hands of fans. It's the definition of cool, and it's the best representation of the 1959 Les Paul standard since the Gibson Custom Shop began making historic reissues over 25 years ago. Features ultralight aging by the skilled artisans of the Murphy Lab. The Murphy Lab ultralight age finish treatment paired with lightly aged hardware simulates decades of light play wear, giving it the unique character, vibe, and feel of an original example from the Gibson Golden Era. So, description right from Gibson about the guitar. Let's look at the body specs. Can you guys see that? Okay. Body style is Les Paul style, obviously. Body shape, Les Paul. The top is a two-piece figured maple with a hide glue fit. So that's different from some of the modern stuff, right?
Yeah.
The hide glue, that's the old...
Instead of the tight bond.
Yeah. So that's an old method of I think a lot of classical guitars are still made with that method.
And violins and cellos and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. The back is one piece, lightweight mahogany. The binding is one ply Royalite. Body finish is a Murphy Lab aged nitrocellulose lacquer. Nice. And there is no weight relief on the guitar. It'll be interesting to see exactly what this one weighs in a little bit when we put it on the scale.
Right.
LBarJ says the glue is from a cow. Possibly.
Some might say horses, but
let's
go with cow.
Yeah, we'll go cow. Gentlemen, we have Mr. Dwight. The Hitman Bailey is here. Welcome in, Dwight. Good to see you.
Cyborg Sasquatch.
See, here we go. Here it is. Scott's paying for a brand name.
Unless you've played one, you should probably not comment.
So, a lot of comments on, some of the stuff that I saw. I put up a little short, with it, and overpriced, too much money, da-da-da, blah-da-da, But
and sour grapes. Yeah, I got to take Ben's word for it, and Ben's not one to go throwing money around all willy-nilly. But when he said as soon as he touched that thing, he got it. He got it. There's something about him that is that next level up.
If you play a good one, you just absolutely understand it for sure. And I can attest to that because, there's other stuff that I could be buying, but when you pick one up and you play it, and you're like, I can't leave this here, And I got this one as a second hand, so obviously I got a pretty good deal on it. But I think the price is a silly discussion. It's worth whatever someone is willing to pay for it. Yeah. And I can guarantee you there are many, 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 many people that buy these guitars. Otherwise, they wouldn't be making them.
Well, our friend of the channel, Marty 5150, he went and bought himself one in the video. He loves the thing too. He says again, it's just you can't really put it into a tangible thing. It's just more than the sum of its parts.
Right. Yeah. It's you got to play one, and you got to feel it for yourself and play it for yourself. And I can get it if people don't like it. Fine, don't buy one. Go get your PRS if you like it better,
or your $100 Glary,
or your Glary, or whatever that you want. There's $200 guitars that you can buy and you can fix up and you can make them play really, really well. Or
you can't. Ask Jimmy.
Or you can't. But when you pick up one of these, you understand. You'll know where that money is spent. That's my opinion. That's my thought of it. Let's look at
said, when I was at the guitar store and the guy's like, "Oh, you're looking at the Murphy Labs. You like to play it?" I'm like, "Fuck no, nope. Don't even bring that thing near me. I'm just looking from afar."
That's why I said Sunday I was an idiot for asking the guy to take it down, because as soon as I got it in my hand, I was like, "Oh crap, here we go." All right, so they're saying the neck is a 50s rounded medium C. I think that's a little misleading because this feels more like a 60s neck.
It's thin.
It's a little thinner, yeah. The slash Les Pauls, those are 50s, neck. Those feel a little more chunky, a little more baseball bat. These, like I said, are a little more of a 60s feel. It's kind of an in-between the 50s and the 60s slim. I think it was a little bit of a transition there from the fat 50s over
Can't
to
say
the
that
slim.
anymore.
What?
You can. Talking about necks, not people.
Fat?
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, isn't that kind of part of the allure of the Gibsons and stuff, is that not all 59s are going to be exactly the same, and some have a little bit of variations, and you got to try it on, you got to feel it out, you got to see if it fits.
A little more personality of them, yeah.
A little less cookie
the
cutter.
soulless sirs that I play.
Right. We got channel member.
Hey, Bo.
Bo, Guitar Man 45.
Speaking of Murphy Labs, I think he's got one on order.
Right. Right on. Scott says $36.99. Sure. $7,200. Nope. Don't knock it till you try it, man. See here, Bo is saying once you go Murphy, you never go back.
No, that's so dirty.
We got Robbie Stingle has jumped into the chat.
Right on.
Good to see you, Robbie.
Shaking, brother.
Hope you're doing well, sir. Let's see. Andy says it's like they say in the car business, there's an ass for every seat. Exactly.
I like it.
That's good. I like that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
El Bourget says they have a collection of these at my local shop, Washington Music Center. I went in to try one and ended up with a sir. See, there you go. Yeah. So it's all individuals and what they like. I just happen to like these, so that's why we're here and we're talking about this one.
Sure.
All right, so
Trev
50s.
did point out the irony, though, that you spent how many years looking for a Les Paul, and then it was boom.
Yeah. I was talking with my buddy here that I went to the store with. He's like, because he had been searching for one too, and he's like, how is it that we searched all that time and now here you are, you're like, bam, 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 finding all these great Les Pauls.
Yeah.
But let's see, fingerboard radius is a 304.8 millimeter for you Imperial people, and 12-inch radius for all of us normal people. Frets are historic medium jumbo. I find that very, very misleading because they are very, very small. But I guess if they're saying that that's a vintage medium jumbo, then okay, that's what they are. They don't bother me. They feel feel nice, but they are kind of small, I would say. End of board width is 56.89 millimeter, and for us normal, it's 2.239 inches. Scale length is 24.75 inches. Neck material is a solid mahogany. The nut material is actually nylon. We had a discussion about that the other day. Cellulose nitrate trapezoid inlays. Fingerboard material is Indian rosewood. And this one happens to be a very, very dark specimen, which I really, really like. I like a dark fretboard. I wouldn't think that they would be dyeing that, would you? Who knows?
No, they still have
right? They may have
select dark rosewood
Yeah.
just for for probably higher end applications.
Yeah, it could
If it
be.
was an Epiphone, maybe. But
Maybe, yeah.
I'm surprised that the nut looks too new compared to the rest of the guitar.
I think it's just because it's polished
Well, it's
up or
'cause
something.
It's nylon. It's hard to age nylon. I think that's number 10 nylon?
No, I
You would
didn't.
almost expect it to be creamy, like the
use a piece of bone or
pickguard
something.
Or your pickup covers they're not that white, are they?
No.
No. Your rings.
Let's see, where were we? 22 frets, obviously. Nut width is 42.85 millimeter, 1.687 inches, and it has a long tenon with a hide glue fit on the neck joint. Long tenon. Everybody knows kind of what that is, maybe?
That's the tongue part of the tongue and grooveness of the way the body and neck fit together.
Yeah. So the long tenon, I guess, as it comes in, it can actually, when they do the pickup, it can get a little bit routed out. Is that right, Jimmy?
Yep.
It comes back that far.
Yep.
And then a short tenon obviously was shorter, so it doesn't quite hit pickup area. That's my understanding of it. All right, the hardware finish is a nickel Murphy Lab Light Age. Wonder what that means, nickel finish.
That's what my pickup covers are on my Sirs. They're raw nickel. Yeah.
That's okay. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
That. Let's see. Tailpiece is a lightweight aluminum stop bar. Truss rod, authentic 1950s, no tube. So, whatever that means.
So it's a one-way, too, I'm guessing.
Una via.
But you'd think with that grade of guitar, you're not going to need a two-way truss rod. So
What is it? What is aluminium?
Aluminium.
the stop
is it?
bar.
The stop bar.
What's a stop bar?
That's the piece that's got the wrap, the top wrap on it there at the back.
Tailpiece, stop tail.
They would do that out of steel?
No, they make them out of everything that steel's like
Yep.
not used.
I'm assuming that's,
Mostly.
I'm assuming that's what it was in 1959. That's the reason. Randy Price, everybody.
I don't want to hear no shit about dedication.
Welcome in, buddy. Glad that you're all safe and you've made it home, man.
You've
Oh
been
my
home for an
God.
hour.
I walked in about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, wow. Man, oh, man. Rough day.
Oh, dude.
So how long did it take you to get home? You left at 4?
I left work at 4. My truck's off an embankment about 4.5 miles from here.
Ugh.
And it's been the last 3.5 hours trying to get here.
Oh, man, oh, man. Well, it's over now, and now you have an excuse to not go to work tomorrow. Oh, truck, man.
I already told my boss, I'm like, hey, if y'all open tomorrow, I'm not going to be there. Because I have no idea when roadside for my insurance is going to go get my truck.
You should tell the car dealership to send you a freaking tow truck.
Tow.
Pull you
Send the
out.
shuttle.
I ain't going nowhere tomorrow, dude.
Took you 3.5 hours because you had to go to the grocery to stock up, right?
Did that Sunday.
Right?
A couple sugar-free Red Bulls at the very least.
Well,
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
left them in my truck.
glad you're safe, buddy. Glad you're safe. Let's see. We've got, who was that I saw? Chris Hill is here saying hey to everybody. So welcome in, welcome in. We were just going through and talking about Eleanor, Randy. and we were just going through. We went through the body, the neck, and we're on the hardware now. So
It's just at the tailpiece, and John was asking why would they make that out of aluminum instead of like steel? I guess weight is one reason.
and like I said, I guess that's what they made them from before.
Cost.
The switch tip is made. It says Amber Caitlin.
Caitlyn Jenner's
I know
ball
an Amber
sack.
Caitlin.
I
Yeah.
knew her back in high school.
Control cover black royalite, which is flip back over here. Would be that thing right there, and this got the special plate there. So I think there's another one of these in the case. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see what else we have. Pickup covers, authentic profile nickel silver. The bridge is an ABR1 bridge. Tuning machines, Clusen, single line, single ring. Truss rod cover, authentic stepped 2-ply. Switch washer, which would be this thing right here. The poker chip. Replica cellulose acetate butyrate.
Fuck me.
Strap buttons are aluminum. Saddle material is nickel plated brass. Interesting. So these little guys here.
Soft on soft.
Yeah. Pick guard, which is quickly was removed when it got home. It is now in the case. It's laminated cellulose acetate butyrate. Control knobs are gold butyrate top hats. Jack plate cover is a laminated cellulose acetate butyrate.
Now we're getting to chemistry here.
Mounting rings are M69 cellulose acetate butyrate, whatever all that means. All right, here's one of the ones that I was most interested in is the electronics.
Modified Bakelite.
Neck pickup, it says, is a custom bucker Alnico 3, which is unpotted. The bridge pickup, custom bucker Alnico 3, unpotted. Your magnet of choice, Randy, was a...
I like my magnet of choice. I like A5s. I do believe the neck pickup in mine that Willie made is an A3 though.
Gotcha. Pickup selector is a 3-way switchcraft. Output jack is also a 1/4-inch switchcraft. And the controls, of course, 2-volume, 2-tone, with the CTS 500K audio taper potentiometers with paper in oil capacitors.
Low or high, medium friction?
Oh, they're medium, I would say. You know, just regular old CTS stuff. And then the miscellaneous on the guitar is string gauge was 10 to 46 from the factory. And the case, brown pink, lift and reissue 5 latch, and comes with a certificate of authenticity. Let me grab that out of the case. It's kind of cool what they did with it. Be right back.
So you got the blanket in the case?
No, but it does have a little pillow.
Or when the neck falls off, it's its own fucking coffin.
Eleanor Rigby.
No, Kurt, I did not. That whole area where that all went down at, there's like 47 people in the ditch over there. Actually, one of the kids I work with had his Jeep was on its side in the ditch over there. So, yeah.
Oh, you mean a Jeep that rolls over easy?
Well, it's
Who'd
like
have
an
thought?
old piece of shit Cherokee.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, they
it's
gave
not
you
a, it's not a
booklet
real
with it.
Jeep.
It's one of those Dodge.
Look at this. That's pretty cool, right?
What?
You got the booklet in your hand, or is that
Oh.
something different altogether?
Yeah. This is the Gibson Custom Murphy Lab.
Ooh, good to
And
know.
this is their certificate of authenticity book.
Checkered it too.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of cool, front and back. And then I don't want to. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but we'll cover up the serial number. Gibson Custom Certificate of Authenticity with the Murphy Lab Ultralight Aging, and then it just tells you the story of what we just read a minute ago. So it is legit, but I thought that was pretty cool the way they did that. Yeah. And
You
the
know, it would
case,
be really cool, but it's probably too much to ask for it. That price point is like its birth and born. You know, the wood, the build process with pictures and shit.
They used to do a born on assembly line picture, and they stopped doing that quite some time ago.
Like Budweiser.
Right.
Well, see, what happened is Tom Murphy got a piece of wood, and 9 months later, it was a guitar.
Right.
Right.
So here's the case for it. You see the pink interior. You can't see it. Well, maybe you can, but up there, there's like a little pillow for the headstock to lay into. Yeah.
When it falls off.
Shut up, John.
Now, Randy, that comment, it's that the MO, we were talking about this on Sunday. Whereas, is it a case where Murphy goes through all the already built custom shops and picks out the creme de la crops and then treatments them? Or does Murphy go into the lumber pile and build you a guitar?
Both.
Okay.
Depends on how much money you want to spend. So, like, take the Kirk Hammett Greenies, for example.
Right.
The $50,000 ones, they went to the lumber pile and picked as many pieces of flame maple that was as close to the original greenie in the grain pattern as possible. The
It's
lower,
probably a very special wood pile. It's not the everyday access wood pile.
yeah. But they do have the,
Wake up, Jimmy.
the regular stockpile of custom shops that they decide we'll get them to age it to whatever extent. Just like I think it's Wildwood Guitars.
Yeah.
They're doing a thing now where you can get a 50s or 60s standard with a custom shop top. So you can get instead of the 3A, you have a custom shop picked 3A or 4A top.
So what we need to do is we need to break out the scale and weigh this girl. Mm-hmm. So give me a moment, and I will get set up with
Don't
that.
be shy.
I remember when we used to do those stupid late night jams.
Mm-hmm.
Poor fucking Jimmy working his ass off 6 days a week. A lull in the action, and you'd see him, he'd be like this. Jimmy, go.
I could have used Jimmy today about, about 5 hours ago.
Snowblower.
No, to go beat people's asses with McDonald's trays
tray.
for not knowing how to drive. If the road is ice, you don't slow down going up a hill.
No McDonald's tray there. See, I have this 24-inch long, 3/4-inch diameter breaker bar that goes through windshields quite nicely. I'm not saying
Ask
I've ever
him
done
how he
it.
knows.
I mean, I had a pistol.
Theoretically speaking.
You had pistola.
Yeah.
Fire off a couple of rounds and then put it back in your coat to keep you warm.
Well, down here, if you pull a pistol, the odds are everybody else is too.
Well, there you go. Keeps them in the where they need to be in the holster or whatever.
Well, now you get a taste
All right,
of
I'm just getting
what,
the camera set up where
No worries.
we can see it here.
getting a
Let's
taste
see.
of what I have
Going
to
to
deal with
the-
every year, Randy.
Workbench layout.
Nope, that's not it.
Well, I've never had to sacrifice my own vehicle to the ditch because of other people's ignorance.
Well,
I've
if your
had to
insurance
abandon
is
ship a
anything
couple
like ours up
times.
here, you'll also get a bill or demerits because it's your fault for putting it in the ditch.
Fuck them. I put I left a big note on the windshield, like on the dash, that says roadside assistance has already been contacted. Here's my number if you have a problem.
You know what? For comparison's sake, these are pretty well identical guitars, Claudia and Eleanor. So I'm gonna pull Claudia out. We're gonna weigh her first.
Okay. Just to refresh our memories, I think she was 8'9" or something.
We'll take the strap off of her.
9-1. 9-1.
Niner and a water.
I don't really remember. It just sounds good.
Here's Claudia. Can you guys hear me still?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Claudia. That
8,
8 pounds, 15.5 ounces.
9 pounds.
Half an ounce under 9 pounds.
8 pounds, 15.5 ounces. So I would say
You need
pretty
that.
close to 9 pounds exact.
You sound like a field reporter, Ryan.
Yep. I don't think he can hear us.
He's got naked ears.
Hey, oh, Bad
I
Joe.
think
Good to see you,
Eleanor's
man.
gonna be a little bit lighter. Yep. Can you see that? 8 pounds,
7.
7.7 ounces.
7. Yeah. Yeah. Almost half a pound lighter.
Yep.
So Eleanor's going to be doing the endurance runs anyway.
Documentation of the weight.
Randy's fucked off again.
May have to go wring out his socks or something.
All right.
I'm here. I'm getting my soup set up, dog.
Soup.
Soup.
Readjusting
Kinda soup.
here.
That's a good call.
That's right, Lee. It's a big baby. 8 pounds. That's I
That's
guess
about average.
Is everybody speechless now or what?
Yeah. We're all thinking about Randy's soup.
You can't breathe.
Made some beef barley soup. I still got a pack left. I should bring it over when I come over, John. You think he'll dig it? You like a fan of a beef barley soup?
Oh yeah, I love that. Love it, love it.
Made that one with a big chunk of chuck.
Yeah.
Braised that down to bits and ground beef.
Very nice.
Just some kind of like carnivore egg drop soup.
There you go.
Smells good.
Asian persuasion, or is it
Got noodles.
Italian soup?
They're egg noodles, I guess. Actually,
you
there ain't no noodles in here. It's just like cooked chunks of eggs and shredded chicken and
Used to
There
go
you
to this
go.
Italian restaurant. in
chicken bone
Vancouver,
broth.
And they were old school, like Italians. Like this is motherland. They bring out this soup, and they'd have somehow they'd get an egg and almost have it scrambled into the soup with some Parmesan and stuff. Oh,
Nice.
Smokes that was
Nice.
Isn't that called egg drop soup?
I mean, that's pretty much what this is.
Well, the egg drop's more like where the eggs is floating around. I think John's talking more like kind of emulsion, where the eggs
yeah.
and it become liquid with the fats, and it's more like kind of a creamy,
more
almondy,
viscous.
powdery kind of
The
thing.
viscosity is a little
Yes,
more.
yes.
Disgusting.
Kurt says Quentin puts whole strips of bacon in his soup. Yeah, they disintegrate just like it does when he puts it in his mouth because he cooks it to dust.
He had several thousand of them that dropped.
I did. Well, no, they didn't. Well, later, post massage.
You come fat, white boy.
You Tell Me is here. And he says, I'm about half a pound lighter after the bathroom trip. Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
That's a
I'm a couple pounds lighter after I got my 4.5 miles of cardio in.
We got Bad Joe Maestro is here.
Cheers, Bad Joe.
Anybody else jumped in that I didn't see while I was away?
you got 56,000 here, so
56,000. Right on.
You tell me.
Yep, we got You Tell Me. KXM Rock says, I want to show Kurt Hammett my Greenie custom and say, what the hell is that behind you? Switch guitars and say, nice to meet you, bro, later.
Do you have KH carved into your Greenie custom? Because the real one does.
Does now anyway.
He's carved in KH
Yep.
to the actual Greenie guitar.
Yep.
It's backed by the cover for the Switch, right?
He's
Yep.
added his little piece of
Where there was
Yep.
already some
History to
wear and
it.
tear there. but
Well, yeah, I
you
mean,
take it.
Gary Moore broke the headstock off of it 48 times. So
Wasn't it in a car wreck or something?
Yeah.
It
Yep.
was in, yeah.
18 pieces in the back of a car.
it was in the boot.
The boot.
Of
In the
Gary
boot.
Moore's car.
Right.
He got rear-ended, and that was like, I think that was the first break when he had it.
did he go through the windscreen?
I don't know. Did the bonnet get damaged?
Probably.
I would think so. Robbie,
Was he driving a lorry?
Lorries don't have boots.
Robbie says that his neighbor lady brought him some soup tonight and he ate it with a fork. Robbie, I hate to tell you this, but that's stew, not right
Little
on.
spork, half pork.
Best
half
kind of soup, right on. Yep. What was that advertisement? Chunky soup, you can eat it with a fork.
Yep.
What is it? The soup that eats like a meal?
Eats like a meal. Yeah, I think that's chunky soup. Mm-hmm.
I used to love that stuff, and then all of a sudden, stopped. Fucking disgusting. It tasted great one day, and the next day it was like, this is dog food. What am I
Started
doing?
making
I'm about to say, once you realize the meat in it's Alpo.
Yeah, exactly.
Kinda
We
like
got
Hungry
channel
Man
member
dinners.
Mean Joe McGraw is here. Good to see you.
Joe,
hanging out with us.
Joe.
What were you saying, Jimmy?
It's like Hungry Man dinners.
Mm.
Those really mashed potatoes?
No.
More like a
The
chemical
rehydrated
whip.
potato flakes.
Yeah.
So.
How about no?
It's funny, you know, that's the thing you used to, or I did anyways, when you left home and you finally out on your own, it's like, oh, I got to see what this is all about here, and you get yourself a Hungry Man. Well, first of all, you need 2 of the fucking things.
Well, that's why it's called Hungry Man, because you eat the first one and you're like, I'm still hungry, man.
Yeah.
I got
2
sick
hours
as
later,
a
you
dog.
shit yourself.
It wasn't even 2 hours later. It was 20 minutes later.
As Blue says here, it makes its own gravy.
Exactly.
Gravy
It
train.
makes its own gravy.
Guess I was lucky because I worked in a restaurant, right? Started working at the Keg when I was like 17, so. I didn't
Yeah,
have
right,
that
Robbie.
problem.
What part of a chicken is the nugget? Yeah.
Whatever part they mechanically separate.
You know, I don't go there.
It's in the thigh, and it's kind of right in the hip pocket. It's like a little oyster-shaped nugget. And it's
Maybe
bomb,
once a
that
year,
is
I'll go
the
get a
only
10
nugget.
piece McNuggets and I'll eat the fuck out of that. I like that.
right? And if you don't eat any, you just let them sit on the floor of your car for a couple of days, and they make awesome projectiles in traffic.
You throw it out the sunroof like Kurt does with his coffee.
Ryan, did you get any snow?
I did not. Didn't get any, but however, that guy over there in the corner did. You missed the field report earlier in the show.
Right.
I showed everybody your dash picture. And what was that, about an inch and a half of snow on the ground at that time?
Yeah,
What
probably.
we call a skiff.
Like that?
A whiff.
The problem was it turned to ice real quick.
Right.
Yep.
Yep. Well,
That's where it gets scary.
it's been what, 19 degrees
Yep.
here for the past week. So
Yep.
the ground was cold enough to freeze immediately.
So it's kinda
It was
changes your
24 on my walk home. So yeah, Joe, I'm about 50 miles southeast of Ryan, and we got snow very quickly. And long story short, my truck is in a ditch 4.5 miles from here, and the last 5.5 hours have totally sucked. So yeah, there you go.
And the commitment to be here on the show tonight,
This
man.
one's
we
for
really,
Randy.
really appreciate you.
Right, I was only 30 minutes late. How about that?
Well, it's because we start the show at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday, so you had that extra hour. So, yeah, let's give a little cheers, a shout out to John Sykes, and a little cheers to Randy for making it home.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
What you got to say about that, Al?
He should be here
Well-
to play a song.
He can't say much when he's not here.
I guess, could we go back on our channel and replay him playing Crying in the Rain?
Nah, we're not going to do that. We might get a little sound sample of this guitar here.
That'd be cool.
Would anybody mind?
Yes, please. Maybe we have another.
I don't know what I may remember to play. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm in drop tune, so what can I play? Let me remember how that goes. Something like that. I don't remember the rest of it.
Good enough for government work.
What's that?
It's good enough for government work.
Yep. Shall I give a little taste of the song I've been working on? That be all right?
Of course, man.
You guys don't mind? Let's see. I haven't learned the solo yet, so I'll just play rhythm through it.
Ow.
Turning in circles, slowing down, pulling against the closing down. Easy to feed off a weaker thing, harder to say what I really mean.
how's she sound?
Cool. Great.
Outstanding. Like I said, when you do the rake on the high strings, it's a very dynamic voicing to it.
It really sparkles.
Claudia did it too, or she does it too. Noticed that back when you first got her, that same kind of Les Paul chimey goodness, but Eleanor's got slightly a different articulation to it.
Timbre.
Should I say.
Different vibe, yeah.
A little different voice to her. Yeah. Well, she's a little, lighter, so she has a different voice.
Right? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Claudia's got a little more growl, maybe.
I think Eleanor has a little more punch.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I think,
I was saying to you the other night there, Claudia's warm without
and,
being woolly.
warm and woody without being womany tone.
Like they tend to fold up on the low end when they get like that.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah. Cool. Zach
So
says,
between the
cool
two
song.
guitars,
Oh.
Ryan, are there any differences between the two that stand out to you, or are they pretty consistent?
The only thing that really I noticed when I first picked up this one was like, that's a little bit lighter. And then, like I just mentioned, they feel nearly the same. The pickups, I believe, are the same in both of them. So the only difference really, like we just talked about, this one I think is a little more punchy, where Claudia is just a little warmer. So just the voicing of it, and this one just being slightly lighter. Yeah, that's it. As far as, and then obviously this one being Murphy Labs aged, it, has a little different look to it. And the neck, the checking that they did on the neck, you can't really, it's not bothersome. Like if you got like a dent on your neck and you go across it, it bothers you. This doesn't bother me, but it does add a different kind of texture to the back of the neck. So other than those differences, really about the same.
Just saying that shit off.
Well, eventually, give me
Wear it down with natural wear.
20 years of wear on it, so it'll get there. Let's see. What else is going on in the chat? Anybody else jump in? You tell me. Says I'll
Keep
take
jumping.
her off your hands. Nah, I'm good.
Cheers,
I
man.
got Gear Junkie 35. Jason Blue is here. Welcome in. Good to see you. Is that a name I've seen before? Or is that name changed?
May have seen him over at Ben Coombs' chat.
Okay.
As a guest on the show.
Welcome in. Good to see you.
I think he did a chatting with Charles, if I'm not mistaken.
Gotcha.
Correct.
What do you guys think of that tune? I'm going to be working on that. trying to
Digging
get
it, man. Sounds
Solo
really cool.
down on it. It's something about Alice in Chains. I just enjoy learning that stuff. You would think that I would be heavy into learning all the Van Halen stuff, but
Bo.
what's Bo got going on? Sounds great. Now I need someone to hold me back so I do not have some splaining to do of why another guitar. I thought you were getting a Murphy Lab, Bo. Have you not seen it yet? Let's see. What else going on in
I
the
think
chat?
this was
over here?
the Firebird, wasn't it? Or the SG style Les Paul? 62 one.
I like this comment from Steve here. He says, that's why you date sisters. One does what the other don't.
Complete package.
Settle down, Steve.
Yeah. Hey, look at there. We got channel member Greasy Monkey Guitars.
There can be. Oops.
Yeah, sure.
Oh God!
There, you want to see my pecker, Greasy?
Welcome in, Greasy. Let's see.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Bradley says, I'll give you 600 for it straight cash. Hey, maybe he's talking about,
Cash.
I think he's talking about Randy's dinner. Because I know he's not talking about a guitar.
Shit, I'll take it.
Let's
Just go
see.
get my truck out of them folks' yard, and I'll be like, that's fine.
Does the top wrap affect things? Oh,
Good question.
Quentin noticed that. Well, that's probably because he watched our show. When I got the guitar, it was top wrapped here. This string broke as we were testing it and playing it, so it's got a string that I put through normal. The top wrap, I don't really feel a difference, but a lot of people say that it makes a difference in the slinkiness of the strings because your break angle isn't the same. You can obviously see the difference of the,
Right.
maybe obviously you can't see the difference because of the camera.
Les Pauls are rubber band
You,
because of the scale, aren't they?
If you want to keep top wrapping that, I have a trick for you.
All right, what's the trip?
Ernie Ball, you can get just the ball ends for the strings, and put a ball, put a ball end and slide it all the way down the string to the ball end before you top wrap it, and it works as a spacer, so they don't have that sharp angle off the top wrap and they don't break. I forget who I saw did that. Maybe Joe Bonamassa.
So it has like a ball over here.
Yeah.
Where it
Ball
will,
sticking out. It's yeah.
and it spaces this off of that sharp
Yep.
edge right there.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not planning to keep it top wrapped. I'm gonna go back to
No, I hate that shit.
I'm gonna go back to normal people wrap when I replace the strings on it. But just haven't had the chance to do it. I don't know. Maybe that's where the extra brightness is coming from. I don't know. So when I go
We'll
back
see.
the other way, I'll see. So I don't know. Let's see. Joe says, wish this Guitar Center had decent guitars. Want to play a few before deciding.
Yeah.
It is difficult, just buying one online, which everything is going towards that now. Buy something off Reverb or, wherever you find it.
Just buy it online. If it sucks, send it back.
Yeah, it's such a hassle though. And a lot of people will buy something and be like, yeah, I'm not really happy with it, but I don't really want to fool with sending it back.
Oh, I will.
Whatever. I'll just put it over there in the case.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
I've told y'all, when I bought my Les Paul, I was just perusing the internet looking at Les Pauls after fondling Claudia. And
The only other guitar player to... Never mind.
so I saw the top on that one I bought. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. If it sucks, I'll send it back. And it don't suck because it's still sitting over there.
Right.
Almost a year later.
Joe says you have some real estate on the bridge, or break angle could be right. Yeah, I mean you can move it up and down, but most normal people just feed it through the back and then up and over.
Right.
Let's see. Bradley says, "I'll say this: if you love the way it feels and sounds now, top wrapped, why change it?" Well, because
It ain't right.
it's not right, and it not that I care about the the damage to the stop tail, but it'll put little grooves in it eventually
Yeah.
and scratch it up.
They make grooved stop tails for top wrapping if
Yeah.
you want. I don't like the way top wrapping feels, so I'm not a top wrapper.
The only time I'd even consider it is if I had to. And that'd be if, you had the bridge because you got a glued in neck and your bridge was way the hell up high. And you didn't want to have your tailpiece way the hell up high too. You'd still end up with. But at that point, you're not dealing with thousands of dollars worth of Gibson.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got an old Junior or something, Les Paul Junior or Melody Maker, or the old ones that have just the one, or the old SGs with the P90s,
Yeah.
that you have to top wrap them on.
Yeah.
They're not. They can't be as bad as that old ass trapeze bridge they started with on the Les Paul. You can't even palm mute on those.
Well, I don't know. Like I say, I'll string it normally and then see, and if I liked it better this way, I can always go back. I got plenty of strings.
Potato, floating, decked. It's all whatever you like.
Personal
man.
preference.
Well, then
Good
you
try.
get into with a floating one, you don't get the same resonance in the tone.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
deck it, you get a little more sustain, and you
Decking.
top wrap it, it's more slinky and it pops. And
Jimmy just got insulted by decking a trim.
did he?
How dare you?
I own a router and I know how to use it.
And I'm not afraid to use it.
Jimmy over there routing out Wolfgangs and shit.
Doesn't
Screw
fit,
you,
but
Eddie
we
Van
will
Halen.
route.
Joe McGraw says he'll only deal with Sweetwater online because no issues.
I would if they gave me a new rep.
Kicks M Rock just had to reverbify himself. Joe says wouldn't be right. Don't know what that was. Careful with online purchases, says Can't Drive 55. You might get flagged as a frequent returner.
That's Jay Hannum.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, nobody taking that crown away.
Nothing an angle grinder from Harbor Freight can't fix, says Blue.
Oh, settle down.
Bradley says, like I said, if you like the way it feels and sounds, if, yeah. Wayne says, I'm a top rapper. Does that mean like you're one of the top rappers? Like,
Well, John's a bottom bitch, but
Bo says, now I have to drive over to John's and see how it sounds with the head first. No, John has to send me the head first, and then I'll plug it in. Yep. That sounds like a deal, John. Tell you
For
what,
who?
you send me the head first, and I'll send you one of these amps.
Yeah.
You just may never see it back.
It's in the mail. I'll send you a tracking a little later on.
Right.
Don't send it with the post office. You'll never get it.
Little saran wrap, Robbie.
I'm still waiting on some things from the post office.
Still.
I'm sure they're delayed even more now.
Oh, that's right. Severe weather event.
Yep. Well,
Drive on tires with tread.
well, we've got all the little hills and valleys and subdivisions that go up and down, and I know you got mountains there that you drive on, but there's so many people here and so many little, it's just impossible to drive when it gets ice. So,
I have tread on my tires, thank you very much.
Or,
Are they all season or are
They-
they
this,
mud and
They're all
snow?
they're
this
knit-
weird idea that maybe I should just stay home.
well, what happened here today was it was a watch for it, and they were like, yeah, it looks like it's going to pass by, and then all of a sudden it hit those guys.
Yeah, I mean, they've been saying for weeks that it was going to be just like 12 to 16 inches, and then it's slowly gone down throughout the last couple weeks, and then I think as early as like 9 o'clock this morning, they're saying we weren't even going to get anything unless you were like 30 miles south of I-20. And it started, like I said, it was flurries at about 2:30, and then by 3:30 it was like, holy shit. And then 4 o'clock they told everybody to leave, and that was just a little too late.
A little too late. Yep. Let's see. All Dave All Night is asking, how far is it from Atlanta
I think a little further
to
than that.
British Columbia? I think it's about 3,400 miles, something like that.
We did it road trip. It was like, was it like 29 days walking or something?
29, no, probably 29 days driving.
I don't know.
You
Jeez.
can get there in 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
I ain't going though, because if I go to Canada, I can't get back in. I ain't got no passport.
Steve is telling Joe McGraw, had good experience with Melody Music in Bloomington, Indiana. Helpful people, cool store, and some nice guitars. Maybe
Cool.
we should send Quentin there. He's in Indiana, isn't he?
He's in Kentucky.
Or he's in Kentucky. Well, Indiana's right next
He's
door.
closer to like Cincinnati.
He could go. He could make a field trip of it. He needs some content, Just
Send
turn
him to
his-
Santa Cruz.
Bo says, better yet, both you just pack up and bring everything here, and we have ultimate jam session.
Thanks for the
2
invite,
hours
Bo.
to drive.
It could happen.
4,442
How many?
kilometers.
Oh, kilometers.
What the fuck is a kilometer?
It's 1,000 meters.
A kilometer.
How many meters are in a mile?
No, okay.
1,780 something.
Look here, we measure things in bush light and bald eagles.
Yeah. I say potato.
And you say
fuck you.
potato. That's right, Robbie. So much for the Hotlanta right now, anyway.
So it's 2,760 miles.
Well, you don't have anything up there where you're at, do you? Right?
Nothing at all. Roads are dry.
That takes us right by Jimmy's house. Just
Temperature-
saying, we get the
temperature's
path goes right
crisp.
through your
We go
Yes.
up through
And through South
Cranbrook,
Dakota.
down through down through into Montana that
Between
way.
Nebraska and Iowa, through Kansas City, clip off Arkansas, right through
Well, you can take
Mississippi,
90
hit
or-
Alabama, and hang a left.
Gonna get 90 or 70.
Well, it's
That's
better
via
to drive,
I-90.
Drive 90 miles per hour.
Yeah.
That's 100 and whatever kilometers an hour.
Blue Mock says that Seattle
60s
literally sold all of their snow equipment because of global warming. Now the dollar goes to the homeless camps and putting the fires out several times a week.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they switched. That's old school. Now, the global warming has been debunked altogether, so now they just call it climate change.
We got Cucumber, channel member, is here. Good to see you, man. Says Santa Cruz. Let's see. Edward says, at least you're safe and sound, Randy. We thank God for that, buddy. Right on, man.
Right
Glad you
on,
were
man.
safe.
Yeah, man.
All that other shit can be fixed or replaced. Who cares?
Greasy has snagged a Fender Custom Shop Paisley Telly. Great
Nice.
deal. Free 2-day shipping. Awesome.
I'm looking hardcore at a Kotzen telly.
I played a Paisley Telly over at Steve's. It's a V-neck profile,
That's the one that I bought and then immediately brought back.
right?
Yeah. Did we say hey to Matt McCullum Music?
Cheers, Matt.
Channel member. He's here.
What's up, Matt?
Says no snow at my house. 3 inches, 2 hours north.
He's on the west side of the ATL.
We've got Sean Zimmerman is here. Says we got 2 feet just south of Pittsburgh. It's about 24 hours on Sunday and Monday. In about 24 hours on Sunday and Monday. Now it's 4 Fahrenheit and will go down to minus 20 Fahrenheit. That's cold,
That's fucking
man.
crazy, man.
Yeah. That's colder than a witch's tit on the bottom of a well digger's butt. Let's see. El Barget says it's further if you weigh more. Further distance.
Talking.
Let's see. What else are you guys talking about? Good thing the world isn't flat or we all would get flooded, says
That's
Joe.
right.
So, well, I think that wraps things up for tonight. You guys just want to hang out for a bit and BS, or what do you want to do?
Well, I can tell you, I ain't got to get up in the morning and go to work tomorrow.
There is that.
Well, we could always turn this into a chill hangout and jam session if you want.
Go grab a beer. I did have, want to say, now that Randy's finally here, Randy, I made a D standard guitar because you kept bugging me about it. So freshly strung, got the Vipper
He's trying to poke
the
your eye out with the
D-standard.
string.
Yeah. Clip
with a
that.
10 to 52 set of strings on there. The Ernie Ball, Kinky, Slinky, whatever the hell they are.
Now you need to learn you some Motley Crue tunes.
Here's 1048.
Playing the same old riffs, but a fucking full step down, and it's cool. I like it.
Makes it sound girthy.
So I think we'll keep maybe the Ibanez in standard and make the Explorer into
Did you see Jimmy perk up
E-flat.
when he said Ibanez? Jimmy's like,
Ibanez.
Jimmy's not that educated on Ibanez.
No.
He doesn't know anything about the Nats.
You have to watch that Universe training channel.
Guitarded. Isn't that what it is?
Yep.
That's what we are.
No,
Sure.
I'm just the R word.
Well, it's good to see that Trev is learning the value of different guitars and why you should have so many of them. Oh, I got a tuning for this one, a tuning for that one.
Oh, he's
you know.
two-fisting it, eh? Look at that.
Right? Yeah. You'll only have to
Got
make
one
one
in
trip.
this color and one in that color.
Joe
Should put a
McGraw
poll
says
in the.
he loves
in
Ernie
the,
Ball strings. I did
got-
too till I played NYXLs.
We got close to what do we got? 48 here. We should put a poll in and ask what I should barbecue for Sunday when Trev's over.
Brisket.
Well, we can certainly put a poll.
We're doing a ham.
Ugh.
Is it a real, like a bone-in ham?
You want me
Is
to go
gonna
get
last
it and
us?
show it to you?
Yeah, go do
We'll
that.
engage with the audience. What
The
should
brisket is on the.
John
Smoke a hog's
barbecue
head.
for
We're open to suggestions too.
Trev's weekend visit. What's the first choice?
Ham,
Ham. What's the second choice?
brisket.
I said hog's head.
Hog's
Smoke
head. What's the next option? Ribs.
Yeah, we could do St. Louis style ribs.
And you got one more option.
We can do
Steaks.
Steaks are kind of pedestrian. You need to make it an event.
Gotcha. Well, you could
Something
do
that you
could
get
do like
fucking shittered with just looking at the thing smoke, right?
you could
Takes
you could
8 hours, so that's
smoke
good
like
for
a pork butt or something, right?
pulled pork.
Barbecue
Yeah,
and
we could do
crown
that.
roast.
But what'd you say, Jimmy?
The barbecue a kick crown roast.
Barbecue
No,
kitten.
All right, let's see what happens. What should John barbecue for Trev's weekend visit? You got the ham, you got the brisket, you got the ribs, and you got the pork, pulled pork. So we'll give that a few minutes.
Barbecue D's.
Well, you should have put in "Who gives a fuck" as an option too.
I think we already know in the chat who doesn't really give an F. Hey, look at here. We've got CLS, Mr. Christopher Live Sova. He has been here lurking. Appreciate you chiming in and saying hello. Let's see. Bradley said he's tired of the NYXLs turning his fingers black.
What?
Maybe that's the stain coming off of your glary guitar neck that they stained. I'm
Never had NYXLs turn my fingers black.
just
either.
saying.
I've played them since they come out, and I had one bad batch, and I tried a whole pile of other strings and right back to them, and they've never. Oh, okay.
Oh, he's
yeah,
got
we
his
can do
own
something
ham
with
to
that,
bring.
for sure. Yeah.
Right on.
It's like I got a bone in there.
Yeah.
Got the hawk on it.
Matt says he had a friend of his that got a new Strat style Ibanez. Didn't like it, so he says, I got me a Iban had. Let's see.
Oh, we'll smoke.
Yeah,
that
There's
shit.
an ass for every seat. That's my favorite firefighter set.
I'd heard about these, Joe. He's saying that China fakes the Ernie Ball strings. They even got the packaging that they fake.
Yep. You gotta watch them on Amazon.
That's rare. I got a bad batch of fake batch because I talked. Ben Coombs had one of the Diodario reps or sales guys or
Cunningham,
someone-
Rob.
Yep.
And I asked him, and he said, "No, that's exactly what it is." Because, like I said, there was a. I usually buy them in lots of 5 or whatever, right? You can get, and it was like one after the other was just shit. And I thought, oh, they've
This came out of the drawer
they've done
from
something with
West
their
Coast Guitars.
I ordered
recipe.
ordered like a 3-pack of Ernie balls, the 9 to 46s, and every one of them had rusted strings in them.
Yeah.
So then I got on Amazon and ordered another 3-pack from the Ernie Ball store on Amazon and opened them up, and they're all fucking rusted too.
Ernie Ball, not Ernie Ball.
Ernie Ball.
All right, ball.
Any bar.
Ernie, what that? Yes. Double I. You didn't see the extra I there.
KXM Rock says you should do a tri-tip.
Yeah,
Sova says
We did a tri-tip once, didn't
do
we?
the
burn
burnt
ends.
ends. Yep.
they come off your briskets.
And then ribs for the winter. Well,
I still
we'll
got
have
a
to
chunk
see.
of brisket in a freezer like this from this time last year. And that's after I made a big ass batch of chili. I got some chili in the freezer too that was made with brisket. It's damn good. It's got the smoky goodness in it, man.
Well, Bo, you need some more Ibanez. He says, I only have one Ibanez. Bought it in the 90s. Don't know where it is. It's somewhere here. Your daughter would know.
Yeah, I was
Ask her.
going to say.
Yeah. But you need some more. Jimmy's probably got some recommendations for you.
Inventory.
Break out the book.
Bo says he would go brisket. Yeah. Let's see. El Barget's got one of those Ibanez's guitars. And that got an S, right?
Mm-hmm.
45, probably handcrafted. Not sure what that is. Quentin says this just in. It's still 8 in Louisville.
There's no change. We don't
There's
even
no
have to-
change,
Quentin.
so yeah.
Thank you.
Shut up.
So what is 8 in Celsius, Trev?
Oh, fucking cold, man.
Negative something.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I do know 0 Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
KXM Rock is recommending that you get some good beans too.
Roll that
For whatever
beautiful
reason,
bean
that
footage.
that just made me think of that movie Blazing Saddles, where they're all sitting around the fire eating
Yeah,
the beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mongo like candy.
Sean says he likes the S series.
What is the
Ibanez.
S series?
Ibanez S series.
Saber, the thin ones, the one that you're going to send me. That's an S, isn't it?
Well, that's a
Premium
it's
S.
an SI. It's not thin. Well, it's thicker than the thin ones. Put it that way.
Minus 13, John.
Jesus Christ, that's cold.
That's as cold as it got here last year when we had that snap there, where it was like minus
Yeah.
13, 14.
Jimmy's like, it was minus 25 the other day.
At minus
says
40,
they're,
they're the same. Fun fact.
That's what
Says
it
they're
comes
faking
back
the
to.
Yep.
Didarios too.
And
They
Seymour
are.
Duncan pickups.
Oh, yeah. There's a ton of fake Duncans on Amazon and eBay.
Got to
Buy my
stick to
strings from a
the
dealer, yeah.
legit dealership.
I get
like-
mine for working on an espresso machine.
Ernie Ball.
The Duncans, what the base plates on the Duncans are stamped "Made in America"
Yep.
now, and like the fake ones will be like "Made America."
I've got
America
one around here
made.
somewhere.
One of
It
these ones, too. The fancy schmancies.
came in a
Super
guitar, and I
duper's.
looked at it, and I was like, "That is not a Seymour Duncan pickup." It was
That's a
pretty
s-
obvious. The,
There's
the
a
font,
Seymour Duncan.
yeah, the font is wrong.
Yeah.
That's good call, Chris.
The slug side
Not split with the
coil,
wings.
the
Yep.
diameter of the pole pieces are the wrong diameter.
Yep.
Just
Base
completely
plate
wrong.
is turned upside down.
Just everything wrong. So it was recommending some 50 wings and just go big.
The tough spot with doing like a chickens, or even when we were doing the ribeye steaks and stuff, is it like a 24, 28-inch Weber charcoal grill?
24. Yeah, it's a tiny fucker.
So even with the box only half full of charcoal on one side, you don't have a whole lot of real estate. It's great for smoking slow stuff, but usually we end up with a lot of flame if we're doing. It's great for doing
Looky
a
here,
ribeye.
Trev. You got Sweet Tits wants to come hang at your house.
Hey, man.
Welcome anytime. Both of you come on up. You're a couple hours away. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, bring it.
Barbecue a rabbit.
Schmoozing in on my woman.
She's
Trev.
Canadian, sort of. Did she still got her dual? Probably.
Hey, look at here. We got
Arky.
Arkansas has joined us. Welcome in, Arky. Probably just waking up after her 23-hour
Hope you're
stream
doing
from
well.
yesterday.
Right.
Good to see you, Arky. Let's see. What else is
Enough
going
meat on a
on?
rabbit, Jimmy.
Quentin's a modder. I'd time him out for a minute for putting ketchup on his
Don't eat just
ribeye.
Right. Sova's got some chilly stuff. -1 at the crib with a -22 wind chill. It's a good thing your car isn't broke down and you're having to walk home.
Right.
It was banned.
It wasn't me. Who did that?
Who did
Oh,
what?
OU812 did, the boss.
What?
Shoot, John went bargain this weekend. Oh,
What did I do?
I clicked put in timeout, not ban. My bad, Quentin. You probably can't see this anymore.
300 seconds. That's 5 minutes.
Let's see. What else is happening?
Really, Hannah's struggling. Everyone wants a brisket.
It is way too cold, Joe. I agree.
Listen to all you crying.
Brisket last time.
Mr. Edwards says, I got one Ibanez S. Right on. Edward
ahead.
is slowly
S.
becoming.
An S what? I mean, you're going to have to be more specific if you're going to say S, because there's many, submodels of S.
Well, he's new to guitar
Right.
collecting, but he has already got what 5, 6, 7 of them.
I
So
think his
Look at
is is there an S under the Geo brand?
a Geo S.
No.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy, who do you think you are? Encyclopedia Ibaneza?
I don't know fuck about shit, Randy.
KXM Rocks said he got that Seymour Duncan
Oh, Seymour! What about go?
with a little Ernie Ballsack.
Exactly.
They call him D. More Sunkins, says William De Silva. Welcome in, dude. Let's see what else is going on. Don't buy the Celestian speakers from Omaha either, China made. Let's see. Got a recommendation is to cook more than you need. Save some for later. Blue says, last year in Winnipeg, bought a 3-pack of D'Addarios. The wrap on the low string was all weird from L&M. Yep. Some, building fake strings, so.
I'm apologizing to Quentin.
Oh, sorry, Blue. It's Sugar Tush. Sugar Tush. Sorry. I thought somebody had said it was Sweet Tits or something.
Right. Sugar Tits.
Sorry.
Quentin, I'm
Sugar
sorry
tip.
I banned you, but stop putting ketchup on ribeyes.
Or at least telling us about it.
This just in. Quentin James gets banned from the OU812 channel chat on Tuesday night at the Guitarsenal for being stupid and putting ketchup on a steak. More to come later.
7:37.
Back to you, Trev.
Standard time.
If you put,
I'm going to go outside for an intrepid report. I'll be back in 5 minutes. The kid's like, I'm at the grocery store with a big bag of groceries. Come pick me up. So
what's the?
I'll watch in on the telephone.
Yeah, whatever,
device.
dude.
All right. Yeah, we're just hanging, man. So,
It's all good.
all good.
What's the time limit on his ban?
I don't know.
Mr. Garrison.
Ketchup, I'd just move, says Scott. LRJ says, be careful seriously for car people. Put gas in because the gas lines can and will freeze in these temperatures. So there is a community announcement service there for you.
Doesn't all your shit have ethanol in it?
It does.
Yeah,
Well,
up to
I mean,
15% in some places.
That's not a problem unless you run your tank completely low, and then that's when you get condensation in the tank. Just
No,
keep
but
the gas
ethanol
tank
doesn't
full in
really
the
freeze,
winter.
does it?
Alcohol doesn't. So
What depends? Like down here, it's 10% on average. But in the winter, they do the winter blend, which can be up to like 15% to 20%, depending on where. My truck's flex fuel. It'll run on E85 and get.
well, it won't run on anything right now in a ditch.
It runs.
It'll run, just won't go
Yeah,
anywhere.
just won't
Yeah.
go anywhere. Todd 0864 is here. Same Mesa has the UK Celestians. Welcome in, Todd. Scott says,
Mesa
don't buy
has
guitars
UK.
from a company named Ding Mao.
Ding mao, ding ball.
Ho ho! I use a buck go.
Okay. What else is going on?
Turbo coat.
Won't lie, I bought an Ibanez Geo HSS to mod, but it sounds amazing the way it is. Yes, going to upgrade my choices. 62 years old in March. Right on,
Nice.
Joe. Keep rocking, man. Keep playing. Keep
No, I
young.
had that one of Steve's, the AZ, whatever the hell it was. It was a good guitar.
You want to see something funny?
Don't do it again.
I
Come on.
know.
You've already got a couple of.
I've already
Facebook
texted.
videos.
I've already texted him.
El Barget says, I had a low tank when I lived in Chicago and the gas lines froze in below 0 temps. That sucks, man.
It does.
Sucks.
That's why they make them out of plastic now.
Yeah, you can get your Bunsen burner or your blowtorch on them nice.
There you
Heat
go.
'em
Robbie
up.
says he uses ethanol. Has no ethanol available. I use that in the Plymouth.
Yeah, that's more expensive than the premium.
Yeah. Non-ethanol gasoline's
I
like
know.
40 cents a gallon higher than
I
premium.
crap my pants every time I have to fill up my gas jugs for going snowmobiling because I use the non-ethanol shit. And it's like, God
Right.
damn,
Yeah.
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 it costs more than filling up my truck.
It was like we get the morons come into work. If you don't know this, my bad for calling you a moron. But they'll have they'll drive flex fuels and then they'll just, for the fuck of it, decide to randomly fill it up with the 85 and go, my gas mileage isn't the same as it used to be. Oh, was it about half?
You got to change your tune to run that stuff, right?
Yeah, I've only ran it in my truck once back when we had one of those gas shortages when that pipeline busted in the Gulf or whatever.
You got to run what you can run.
And everybody was out of gas. And I was like, E85.
Yep.
Full tank, get about 200 miles.
Cushman is running his hoopty on the E forever. Edward is letting us know the status here. This just in. Edward R. Newton Jr. is reporting that I got 7 electric guitars and 2 bass guitars and 1 acoustic, Ryan.
He has 7 more guitars than I do.
More to come later when we have more guitars purchased from Edward R. Newton Jr. Whoever this is says I use whatever gas is in my cars in my parking lot. There you go.
That's what's wrong with a little Hyundai. Have you ever pissed in it?
On it.
Oh man. Joe says two-stroke motors do not like the ethanol for sure. Oh yeah. You got like a chainsaw or a weed eater, you got to get that ethanol free or get that premix stuff that they make specifically for it.
Yeah.
It's got no ethanol in it.
That's what I run in my steel.
$2.95 a gallon here with no ethanol. That's not too terrible. I mean, that's what our premium gas, or no, $2.95. Yeah, that's what our regular unleaded is. What is that? 89 octane?
87.
87. Yeah. I don't know the prices of that. I put 93 octane in mine. So
I'm a broke bitch, so
87. I think we're at 286.
Randy put 65 octane in his truck.
I think it's 312 for
Farm gas.
that's whatever he can get in there.
I put mid-grade because on the 5 liters, if you put anything less than mid-grade in them, they spark knock like a bitch.
That's right, Matt. You know that at some point Quentin was like getting low and he's like, I gotta make it to the gas station. I'll just expand it a little bit with some urine. Oh, I didn't notice that Trev was a little bitty square there in the thing on the panel there.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
I didn't see him. I thought I was trying to add him to the stage.
Right. Premix is crazy expensive, $20 a gallon.
That's my excuse for not running my chainsaw more often.
Well, if you only need a little bit for your chainsaw, I mean, you know, you're just going to use it and then you don't have it sitting there, you know, so. TVS supercharged. What's the TVS? Some kind of vehicle, I'm sure.
car.
Yep, got to run the high octane in that. Keep it from knocking. Zach Thong, this just in. Zach Thong is reporting from the field that he has 4 acoustics and 3 electrics. More on this story later. Back to you, Trev.
As he purchased
See you, Nick.
Later on, Nick. Good to have you here.
Yeah, man.
We'll see you next time, man. Let's see. What else going on?
Isn't Zach a lefty?
Oh, so TVS is the supercharger. What kind of car are we talking about, though? Yeah, Zach is a lefty. Tesla. Got a supercharger. It's got 5 more batteries in it. Supercharged.
I don't know if you noticed in that picture I sent when we were just sitting there for an hour, the car in front of me was a Tesla. And I'm like, I got a full tank. I wonder what this fucking guy's going to do. Hope you got a full charge, pal.
Oh, that's right. I saw the picture of your Mustang there. You got the 5.0 Coyote in it. Yeah. So, let's see. Magnuson. Is it Whipple? Whipple is the new popular supercharger for the Coyote.
Yep.
Whipple supercharger.
Whipple and Roush are generally the ones I see the most of.
Mm-hmm. Evidently, the Whipple makes a little more horsepower, depending on what you do, I guess.
I think that comes down more so to the tune. Roush really wants you to only use their shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what they engineer their superchargers to run, is the Roush calibration. They won't warranty anything if you put some other tune in it.
Mm.
I'm surprised Elbar J's got a Mustang. I took him for more of like a 78 Trans Am guy.
Well, he might have that too. You never know. You never know.
Might have a mystery machine too.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You got a DeLorean over there, Lee?
He painted it black.
I was looking at pricing for a twin turbo or pro charger or supercharging on my car. Freaking $20,000.
Yes,
Oh, that's
for
not
that,
bad.
for that stuff.
Just sell them damn Murphy labs and
No. I'll keep a reliable running car.
I was watching today Bentley Continental GT. It's like a touring car. It's a GT, Grand Tourer, right? They're big. They're land yachts. It's got like 780 horsepower. 0 to 60 in just over 3. It's insane.
That's pretty fast.
It's hybrid, right?
Oh, yeah.
So 500 and some of it is the V8, and then the rest is.
Yep. Yep.
Seems to be the way the European guys are going with the fast cars.
Mm-hmm.
It's the hybrid with absolute. Of course, the EU and Great Britain and all that they regulating these car companies, so you have to have so many parts per billion and all this other bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? Like Porsche and all those guys, they build a hybrid car, but it's got like 9 miles to the gallon, and it just like raper fast, man.
Yeah. Yeah. There's ways around it. Yep. Zach says, yes, I do play guitar left-handed.
I've seen it.
Robbie says, a friend of mine bought 2 stamped heel 82 ESP one-piece Grail banana headstock necks with maple fingerboard, the rarest grails, and is selling me one. Right on, man.
That's one hell of a sentence, Robbie.
Awful.
He knows exactly what he's talking about.
Yes, it's very descriptive. You couldn't get more concise than that.
Yep, he was right to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
That's
cool, man. I'd like to see what kind of project you're working on with that neck. El Borge costs close to that with an install. Yep. Plus, you need the transmission to hold it. What do they do for the Mustangs, Randy? Anything in particular to hold that power?
I just blow them up.
Are they dual clutch or are they torque?
Only
torque
the
converter?
well, if you're talking the automatics,
The Dark Horse has a dual clutch, doesn't it?
Maybe no. The Dark Horse has the Tremec manual
That's right.
or the
that's right.
10R80. It's got the what do they call it, the no lift shift feature,
Right.
where you don't have to take your foot off the gas to shift. Like I think you got to be 6,000 RPM or higher. All the GTs are still running the MT82 manual or the 10R80. Both are shit. Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Let's have this discussion, El Barge. Now, we talk a little bit about the guitars that I play, and, I like that little extra, 10 to 15% out of my guitars. But here's the thing. My car, stock, will do an 11.3 in the quarter mile at like 120-something, and it's stock.
Yeah.
So he said it was almost, 15 to 20 grand to supercharge his car.
Yeah.
And he'll run a 10.8 in a quarter mile at 130. So we're talking half a second quicker. $20,000 for half a second.
Yeah, but we're also
Half a
talking about
second's an eternity in a car.
a Mustang versus a Corvette. It's kind of comparing apples to oranges. Because I guarantee you, if you spent 20 grand on a supercharger kit for that Vet, you're going to run faster than a 10.8.
It'd be low 8s. Like, holy fuck!
That's that. I want to die power.
Yeah.
No, I think the supercharger only gets it to like 600 or 700 horsepower.
What was the?
And, you're looking at probably a 10.5 or something like that out of it. So I don't see the performance.
What's that 1,000
value.
horsepower version?
Well, you can do twin turbo and you can go
Right.
up to 1,000 horsepower. But the
Zeo
transmissions in those things, doesn't really hold it much.
Suspect.
Yeah. So there we go.
Well, yours
Bose.
is dual clutch box, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's instant. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. It's like a manual, a real manual transmission without the clutch pedal.
That's how the GT500s are. They've got the wet dual clutch setup.
Yeah.
Now, if you've ever driven a newer GT500, they do not drive nor perform like a Mustang.
The more European type deal.
They're more. I mean, dude, they're almost like driving a Ferrari. They feel. I've driven fucking 1,000 Mustangs in my career. That the guy that brought it in thought it was the shit. And it's like I'm just getting that stock 24 GT500 over there, and your car sucks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yours is like that. I mean, that's what Corvette did probably 4 years ago now. They took apart
2020, they went mid-engine.
Yeah, they took apart a 458 Ferrari.
Yeah.
And basically rebuilt it their way.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, that's...
I mean, for what I use it for, I mean, I don't need to be going super fast in a quarter mile. I like going up through
14
twisties.
seconds is a fast quarter mile. I mean,
Lee, the new Ford automatics blow me away too. They fatten my paycheck with how often they break.
As they blow up in his face.
the faster you go, the more money it's going to cost.
Well, I had highlighted this one. Bo was talking about the old school
real
Barracuda
car.
426 Hemi. Yeah.
I was talking about a real car.
With what would be the Dana 60 rear end in one of those.
Got to chain the motor to the motor mounts because
Yeah,
otherwise
keep 'em
it'll
from
twist
twisting.
that fucker right out of
Right.
there.
Snapping the mounts.
Joe says eBay has an R9 for $250.
There you
Get two.
go.
Yeah, you're
Because they'll
probably
give you a
gonna,
quantity. Like you
Yeah,
can get
they
as
didn't-
many as you like.
you're going to get a little plate and it says R9 on it. And
The
that's it.
ad didn't tell you it was not a Gibson, it was a Ling Long.
2500 HD Chevy in my tank gets 13 miles per gallon if you behave. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna say. LBRJ gets 12 miles per gallon. I was coming down on the highway the other day, just cruising, cruise control on. Got home. We're talking 500 horsepower engine.
Yep.
Just chilling, getting home, and I got 32 miles a gallon
You're not
in
going to
that
beat
thing.
that.
So
So that's not the flat crank one, is it?
no, it's still cross plane.
Right. Nice. It sounds great.
Yeah.
Did you ever post a video of the exhaust sound there? Doing the...
Maybe we could have that on a Guitarsenal sometime when you saw out there. Here we are. Breaking news. Ride's coming in from Blood Mountain.
Yeah, I mean that could be something I can go live from.
Yeah, those
T56 Magnum 6-speed.
yeah. Well, he brought up the MT82, which is the standard 6-speed manual in the GTs, well, in the 6-cylinders too. Those things suck, and when they break, they suck even worse because they are one of the biggest pain in the ass manual transmissions to build. So under warranty, well, pretty much if you're going to pay for it, I'm not building it either. You're just going to get a new one. The warranty's better. But dude, for years Ford would have us build them, and when they lock up, they're damn near impossible to get apart. So we always just sit there and push the prior approval, like, just send me a unit.
Right, just give it to me. Sova pulled up to his prom in 1985 Buick Grand National V6 Supercharger.
Grand Nationals are
Those
awesome.
were
That
awesome,
was a
man.
car that I was just absolutely in love with when they came out.
Maybe do 12 seconds off the showroom floor, I think.
I tried to buy one. No, they were probably a 13-second car.
Right.
High 13s, I believe. If I remember correctly.
look it up.
I'd have to look up information on it. But that was a car I tried to buy. My dad was with me, and I was out on my own. I was 17 actually when I moved out, and I was 18 I think when I was trying to buy this, and got approved for the loan. He was going to co-sign for me, and I called to check on insurance.
Yeah.
The insurance per month was going to be twice what the cost of the car was. I was like, nope, can't do it.
Yep.
Can't do it. Yeah, those were nice. I still like those. I would
They
love to have
looked
one
sexy,
of those.
too.
Oh yeah, they still do. They're still
Pretty
stylish.
awesome.
Yep.
Lee, I know it's not a Ford Trans, it's a Get Rag.
Old Dave, if he's spending that kind of money, he'll buy a Shelby. Yeah. Can't touch a Shelby for what? Less than 130, something like that.
You're right, Ryan. At 13.5 to 13.9.
Yeah. I-13s is what I remember. Because I was racing a bunch of them in my brother's Mustang when we would go
The
to
5 liter.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Mustang, I think, would run it was a low 14, 14.4, 14.5 in the Mustang GT back then, I think. And, yeah. That was the night, too, that I remember. You remember the Callaway Corvettes back in the 80s?
Yeah.
There was an engineer that worked with Callaway that was there, and he was running some kind of turbocharging on a Volkswagen Rabbit.
Oh, Jesus. Those things are ridiculous.
Like in the 80s, this Volkswagen Rabbit.
I had an 84 turbo diesel Rabbit.
There's what?
I had an 84 turbo diesel Rabbit.
So it may have been some of the same technology, but it was a guy from Callaway Corvette,
Performance.
or Callaway Performance that was there, and they were testing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Unsuspecting, this thing lines up on the line. And I'm like laughing. I'm like, who's racing a Volkswagen Rabbit out here? That sucker took off, and it was like, it was gone.
Yeah.
That thing must have run a 12-second quarter mile.
Yeah.
And it had, the 4-cylinder or whatever in it. It came back around. I had to walk over and say, what in the heck is in that thing? Right. And this is the 80s.
Yeah.
So he opens up the
I
door.
do car. I'm going to
Big
start a
shitty
new
grin
trend.
on his face.
He opens up the door and he pulls up the seat, and there's all this computer equipment and relays and this and that, and it's running some kind of turbo system for
Right out of Weird Science or something.
stuff that they're testing out.
Yeah.
That sucker was fast. I remember there was was it a 280Z that somebody put a small block Chevy in it?
Yeah. But he had a 240 with a
that thing
327
had
in it.
slicks on the back of it like this wide.
Yeah.
And that sucker would hook up
Sit
so well
down, yeah.
that it would jump off
Yeah.
the line and then it hit and just take off.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy stuff.
It's amazing
Man,
what people can build, right? Like for straight line speed. Mm-hmm. I mean, it seems like it's not really all that
Well,
challenging engineering wise to get.
Here's the crazy thing these days. Back then,
Yeah.
you run 10-second, 9-second quarter mile, you had a fast car.
Yeah.
That was a built drag car
Yeah.
that you weren't driving anywhere else.
Yeah.
These
we had
days,
a bass player. He ran just tens, and he had to trailer his thing there.
my car that I drove in my senior year of high school, it would run 1280s in the quarter. And I could drive it on the street, but I got like 9 gallons to a mile.
Does it
But-
run like coal?
And wear and tear.
Oh yeah, it was a built. The engine that was in that came out of a NASCAR. It was balanced, blueprinted, and that was smooth running. I don't think I had ever had a Chevy 350 that would redline at 8,000 RPM. That one did it.
4-bolt mains, all it takes.
4-bolt main. It had a high-rise intake, single plane intake on it, which
Big ass valves in those heads.
it didn't have the torque that like really put you back in the seat, but it would get up and go. And once it got up into the RPMs, it was gone. Mm-hmm. But what was the point? Oh, these days you got cars that are twin turbocharged, drive it every day,
Yeah.
get 20 plus miles to the gallon, go to the racetrack and run 9-second quarter miles in
The
it.
stupid Teslas will run 9/2 quarter miles.
Yeah, you got these electric Teslas. That's kind of cheating, though, isn't it?
Well, that's where you
you
get
also have
the
to-
hybrids, like the 911 RS with the hybrid
I mean,
system in it.
I plug you into an outlet, you're going to go pretty fast too, right?
No, but the pro mods are crazy. The door slammers, those cars are like running 8 seconds, 7 seconds. But once you pass 10 seconds, you have to have special licensing in the whole fucking roll cage and 5-point harness.
Yep. Let's
My
see
buddy
what else
Richie
is going
runs
on.
12s in his Nova, and he's just traded in his stroker small block. He's going with what the hell is that truck
Right
block
back,
called?
boys.
An LS something or other. Apparently that's all the rage now. You get these truck blocks, and they make a bunch of high performance parts for them, and they're built strong like Buffalo, and it's really easy to get about 600 horse out of them.
Robbie says his Plymouth Fury 87 Police Interceptor does 140.
Those
Going
old
down.
cop cars are pretty trick, actually.
Vets are so fast stock now. Yeah. Remember the sinkhole at the vet showroom here? Yeah, the whole thing collapsed. You know,
Really?
yeah.
Crikey.
It was the Corvette Museum, and a bunch of cars collapsed down into a sinkhole. Yeah, for sure. That was
Pour one out for the Corvette Museum.
That's been what, a good 10, 11, 12 years ago now, something like that.
I've always been a fan. When I was a kid, I had pictures up, and I knew what year was what by looking at it. And always a fan. My pops had a '73 with a big block in it, 454. That was a trippy experience being an 8-year-old kid.
This just in. Sean Zimmerman is reporting.
-9.
Just rechecked the temperature. It is now -9 degrees. More as we have it from the field. Thank you, Sean.
Cold it is.
Cecil is giving a RIP out to John Sykes.
Yeah, that shot was for John Sykes, too.
Not only a great player, but a fantastic voice. Right on. That's what Jimmy was saying earlier, right?
Yeah.
Blue Mock says prices are dropping on new vets. I had a 70 RT Challenger with a 383 injected. I drove like a tractor, about 450 horsepower.
Those RTs were big, though. I mean, they were big cabs. My buddy had the Roadrunner, the 383 in it, and we could easily fit 4 people in the back seat of that thing. You know, it's big.
Bo says stupid me sold
280.
sold it for PA equipment, but also bought 78 Datsun 280Z. Sold what? Oh, that Challenger he was talking about. Jeff K says,
280s were fun.
congrats on the Les Paul. Thank you. I'm about to fire up my vehicles. -17 today in Minnesota.
That temperature, you have to have your vehicles plugged in, right? Block heater action.
Yeah, that's right. It is a Guitar show tonight. Yeah.
Well, we did our...
We did announce it, you know,
we
guitar
switched over
portion's
to
over. And we're
casual,
like,
yeah.
changing gears. We're just hanging. Quentin says it now has dropped to 5. Right on.
Breaking.
Sova said I had a 280Z. Tons of fun. Those were really fun cars. I had one as well. It was I want to say it was a 2+2 fastback. 280.
Yeah, but you don't want to be backseat.
No. But I think that they had a normal and then they had a 2+2. I think that it was a little bit longer on the back. I'm not sure. I can't remember what year it was. Maybe a 78, something like that. Fun cars. They handled really, really well.
But you had the 300, which was the next level up when they were really trying to be a little more sporty.
Right. You know, they actually now have the what they call the Datsuns or the Nissan Z.
Right.
Kind of I think that somebody did a twin turbo engine build on one of those and set like a world record with that thing.
Those little Audi R8s, there's quite a few of those around here too, and that's a crazy car for price, for performance.
I think that's a V10 that's in
Right?
it. Yeah. My wife has a Audi Q5 SUV.
Nice cars.
Has a little turbocharged 4-cylinder. I think it gets up and goes. So, can't imagine turbocharged 8 cylinders. Let's see. Quentin is back. I had to do something. Swear. Right. That's right, Cushman. Ryan's right. That's usually the case.
Those Q series Audis are nice. My wife had a.
We had the snow here a couple weeks ago, and she's out there in the cul-de-sac doing donuts and what.
Well, she's Canadian, right? So she's like the husky dog that's out in the snow. And she's like, nope, no, I'm not coming in. I'm going to play outside.
Right? Yeah.
She didn't get you to hang onto the bumper while she.
These little bumper shot.
No. I'll stay inside where it's warm. Quentin is asking if Jimmy is asleep. No, I think he's just bored of listening
Contemplating. He has to drive in the snow a lot.
Fucking
A lot of snow.
conversation.
4.6 liter, the Mustang boat anchor. Yes, sir. That 4.6 was a dud. A lot of people hated those. Way up, dude. Welcome in. Tesla Model S Plaid, 1,020 horsepower, dollars per horsepower, 82.62 horsepower, $87,900. There is no way I'm paying that much money for a
And you get the title
disposable.
of
I don't want a
Why Are
car
You Gay?
that's... Actually, Ryan, is your vet hooked up to the internet? Can they remote into your car and shut it down?
Well, you know what? The one thing they said was during the LA fires, it's like, you're fucked. Because where are you going to get your electricity for your EV?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here all the gas stations got them now.
No, when it was all fires.
With the power grid out?
Yeah.
Well, that's when you fire up your generator.
All the charging stations are gone. Well, it's not just plugging into a wall. You got to have a special.
You got to have a heavy average, high voltage
charging thing. Yeah.
That's why I like these ideas of the performance hybrids, right? Because they self-charge.
Yeah. Every time you're going down a hill or on the brakes, it's charging itself back up.
Yep.
That's still gay.
Blue said,
"Well, it's by.
It's pretty straight of the yard.
It's by.
Fucking Ferraris are awesome.
Poor man's Corvette. The IROCs back in the day.
The IROCs were really cool. A 5-speed transmission.
Those were even slower than a Mustang. Those were a 15-second car, I believe.
And the T-tops always leaked.
Mm-hmm.
We called those East Indian cars up here.
Well, there was a lot.
You always see the fucking turbine sticking out of the T-top.
There's some pretty fast IROCs out of the track now, though. They're kind of that 80s car that you could still buy, 20 years ago and put a small block in and hot rod and take out to the track. Those crappy old Malibus, a 78 Malibu. It's like, what the fuck? It was my mom's car.
What?
IROC
These were great
Z28s
drag
like
car
stone.
platforms.
Yeah. Very common in the funny car world, but of course those aren't even real.
They'd only spin in the gravel, says Sean.
One tire fire.
Or on ice, yeah. Elbar J had a friend that took some seats out to make the car lighter.
Oh, yeah. and fiberglass bumpers.
Or kick a girlfriend out.
Yep.
Batteries in the back to put weight over the rear axle.
Fox Body 82 Mustang GT was Sean's first car. Not a bad first car. Let's see. Joe said I have an all original 67 Le Mans getting ready to sell. Nice car. Motors last forever if you maintain them. Nice. Yeah. Nice. That's a Pontiac, right? Mm-hmm. Pontiac Le Mans. Yeah.
Kind of a Chevelle looking thing.
We got Greasy joining in on the chat. He says, my first cool car was a 67 SSRS. That is a super cool car, man.
T400
had a 325 horsepower 396 big block with a T400 transmission, factory front disc brakes. If I still had it, it would be worth mucho money. Yes, sir. Yep. You better believe it.
Mm-hmm. That's Barrett Jackson shit. No.
My buddy Orlando's got his going through Resto right now. He's spending way too much money getting it done. I wonder if he sent me any pictures of that happening.
Blue says, if I lost another 20 pounds, my 2001 GSXR may run in the tens. It's horrid in getting groceries. Yes, sir. I had a 2001. Did they make a Gixxer 1000 in 2001? I thought it was 2002 they came out with that. They had the new 750 in 2000. You're right. The GXR was 2001. And I had a 2002 GSXR 1000. That was probably one of the most comfortable motorcycles that I ever rode, was that 2002 Gixxer 1000. And that thing was fast. Yeah, the throttle was like a rheostat. How far do you want the front wheel to come up? It's how far you turn your wrist. And those suckers were fast. My first bike was a 1984.
There's my pops and his goat.
Right on. GTO convertible. It was a 84. What's the freaking the Honda 750R? Was it Interceptor? Interceptor 750.
Those were pretty cool.
I took it to the drag strip, and it was running. What was it running? I think it was running low 11s. Back then. That was fast for me on a motorcycle. Let's see. Sova bought a Beater 76 Grand Prix from his boss. Had a nice little Edelbrock intake and a 400 4-barrel 2-ton sleeper. Chirped the tires in second, third on a nice summer night. Right on.
Nice.
All Dave All Night says, once you hit the 10s, don't they require extended wheel studs, full cage, 5-point belts?
Special licensing.
That's why you don't take that shit to the track. Just run on the road. Light to light, baby.
Right? Exactly. Let's see what else is going on in here. Pro mods are in the 5s. It's crazy how fast these cars are going that you can just drive in off the street.
Well, there's
these
nothing
days.
like being in the pits when they fire up one of those nitro funny cars, man. It's so loud, and it burns your eyes, and you fucking can barely breathe. It's great.
Oh yeah, El Barge, you tell them you're going to run 11.7 and you run a 10.8, they're not too happy about that. Yeah. A lot of times tracks will have, they don't care that you have a fast car. It's just they have limits on the nights that they're running certain brackets.
Classes, yeah.
Yeah. Bo says, back then, almost every car I had put on headers, thrusts, Kragers, air shocks. You heard the car coming down the street.
Right?
Glass
Glass
what it was.
packs.
That's what it was all about. Yeah, the old, cherry bombs. Yep.
With a big lumpy cam.
Sean says, love the music with the temperature update. That was great. See? Everybody's enjoying that new little sound effect there. This just in. Sean Zimmerman has reported that he loves the music with the temperature update. He's enjoying the show, and we appreciate him being in the chat. More to come later. Back to you, Trev.
Perfect. Well, back to me. Update. Elbar just got to get new seatbelts, which is another crazy thing when you're running fast. You got to buy new seatbelts, whether you need them or not, every few years, I think.
Well, you're supposed to have the roll bar with the harness that attaches to that
5-point.
roll bar. Yeah. What else is going on? Let's see. Can't Drive 55. Anyone have a 2JZ Supra?
Supras. That was a
Never-
Supra Celica, right?
Never owned a Supra. I don't think this is it. No, the Celica and Supra are two separate vehicles.
Yeah,
aren't
they
they?
were kind of the same. Toyotas.
Let's see. Supras were the stuff. I think there's still a thing these days. Sova says the 84 Dodge Omni 2.2 supercharger was unbelievably quick. No factory V8 could touch it. Not familiar with that one. This is true, Joe. The best motors in the world were the straight six Fords. And you can put all kinds of miles on those things for sure. They had a lot
Chevy
of those.
283 would last a long, long time.
Any of those straight sixes.
The Power Glide transmission, those were bulletproof.
Jeez.
Two-speed.
Hey, we got a Rugler Wolf has joined us. He's got some beef with somebody. He must be talking to Quentin if he's got beef.
You got ketchup.
Sova says it's Sub-Zero, and I see these monkeys at the car chargers for who knows how long. Yeah.
Well, you
I
see, that's
couldn't
what's
do
keeping me busy, Chris, is because all these gas stations now have all these charging stations, and now they've got people who are going to be hanging around for half an hour. So they got these fancy new coffee machines and these fancy new slush machines, and they're all trying to turn their stores into a freaking 3-ring circus.
Yep. You got the tables for them to sit and have a little dinner and snacks and coffees and all that while they. Yep.
Fancy pastries.
Matt said G-Body 82 Malibu wagon striped with a tow truck 454 swap for 14.6 at 130 something.
My goodness.
Jeez, that took a long time to get up to that speed, but then it
Those
got
truck
there,
blocks were all torque, no power, right? And he probably pulled tree stumps out of the ground for you.
Tall deck.
It says his first was a 76 Chevy stepside. Nice. Short
Love
bed or
those.
long bed?
Love those steps.
Had a 350 small block, and it had balls.
Did
For
it,
sure.
did it have 3 balls?
That's right.
Yeah, and it got 8 miles a gallon no matter how much you drove it. Yep.
Yep. So if that gas mileage didn't change, you just keep your foot in it the whole time.
Joe says to Trev, my 67 Le Mans is basically a GTO. Difference is grill and tail lights, but they are boats. Same year. Both of the same. I don't know. Boat, maybe. I don't know.
It's funny, when I was a kid just starting driving, it was all Datsun 510s. And like on the other end, the
A lot of
Galaxy
guys spent a lot of
500s.
money on those turds.
The big Galaxy 500 fucking
They always
land
sat
yacht.
with the back wheels all fucking ass angled because they could never get the suspension right on them.
Matt then got into Civics.
There we
and
go. Yeah.
He used to buy and build 2.0 liter motor for 1,000 and steal turbos off box trucks and make around 400 horsepower. There you go. That's exactly right. Racing just means break shit and
Yeah,
spin
but going
money.
fast is fun.
Yeah, up here though, it's all rich Asian people with Ferraris and Lamborghinis and.
You got to go out to Mission on the weekend and watch those boys do their Friday night street drags, man.
This is interesting here. Greasy Monkey says, new car trend that is gaining steam is the old Pintos, the Gremlins, and the Chevettes. Getting
The
parts
Hemi
would be a
Gremlin. We had
nightmare
a
at
Hemi
Gen Z.
Gremlin guy.
My daughter is, she hasn't gotten her license yet, but she's like, I want a cigarette car. I'm like, what the heck is a cigarette car? He's like, one of those old cars that has like ashtrays in it and cigarette lighters in it. So this is what they're looking for, the old stuff with that stuff in there. So I don't know.
Get her nice 72 Camaro.
74 Maverick.
Yeah, there we go.
In LA. There you
Yes.
go. There you go. That was the poor man's Mustang, right? You have a
Was.
289 in that thing.
If you were lucky, I think the guy had a six. I had a buddy with one, and it was a beater, but it got us from point A to point B.
There you go. 5.0 Maverick. So it had 302 in it.
So it was like the Vegas, right? That's a Chevy Vegas too, where you could get them with a 6 or a V8, the V8 Monza.
Had the rockin' 8-track standard.
Oh Jesus! Come with the fucking Saturday Night Live soundtrack, or
Drummer in an old band had a 67, 68 Mustang, and they had the 289. Is that what they had them?
67 Mustang.
Yeah.
Yeah, 289.
Yeah.
Unless it was a specialty.
No,
you
no,
know,
no.
Like a GTA or something.
He,
May have had.
he dumped a mint into it. We did a drag race. I was driving a Honda Accord. I just killed him. He was so pissed.
Yep. Let's see. Robbie says, first car, 71 Plymouth Duster, black with bucket seats.
Yeah, man.
Is that the car that you still have now? No, I'm just kidding.
50-something-year-old car, 54-year-old car.
Sean says it's a 351 Cleveland 4-barrel. In what? Oh, 74 Maverick Sportline. What car are you talking about, Sean?
the 351 Cleveland. Weren't the Windsors the performance model?
No, the Windsor was a small
Cleveland's were the
block,
performance model,
and
right?
the Cleveland was a big block.
Right.
Those are the ones they put in those Panteras.
No, I think the Panteras had a Windsor
Oh,
small block engine in it.
those were kind of cool.
Yeah, I always liked those. I always thought that was really cool.
My buddy had something with a 351 in it at Cleveland. You fucking put the pedal right to the floor.
So
And
here's
it's like
Orlando.
looking at your watch. It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the one he's getting all gone through. New quarter panels, new everything, getting all done by
That looks like a 60s, 68,
yeah.
maybe? Whose is
Headlights
this?
are look-
That's my buddy Orlando, the guy I was at that concert with that time.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
There's him with the Shelby and the Camaro in the backyard.
Nice. I can't, it's a little blurry. I can't see. That looks like a
Oh,
60 or a 70 Mustang. It's still blurry.
No, that's one of those new supercharged fuckers.
The black one.
That's his Camaro.
Oh. That just tells you how blurry the picture was. Okay, gotcha. So that's a GT 350, maybe? Shelby?
Supercharged one.
The soft top on that thing?
Yep, convertible.
Fuck me, that thing just bend up on you. No?
Probably reinforced.
I'm sure they put subframe connectors and shit in them.
What's that, Jimmy?
You know, they stiffen them up with subframe connectors and shock tower and crossover bars.
Yeah, they still flex like a fuck.
What do they call it? Halo bar. It goes across or whatever.
Right.
Hey, look there. I see a Wild Hit Metalworks. Ken,
Hey.
welcome in, sir. Good to see you, man. We're just chilling, hanging out, talking about cars, guitars, and old girlfriends and
What
reminiscing.
was her name? Amber something.
Amber sweet tits or something.
Some chemical name that rhymed with butane or something.
Oh, the Amber Caitlin. Well, boys,
I'm done. Yeah.
have no snow here, so I have to get up and go to work. So this was
Fair
fun.
enough.
This was fun just to kind of hang out and kind of BS a little bit. We appreciate everybody hanging out. Still got 41,000 here hanging out with us. So appreciate everybody here. Everybody rocks. What happened to Randy? He disappeared.
He's on the phone with his, as you guys say, insurance.
E-insurance.
Roadside assistance.
Right. So, yeah, we'll see everybody soon. Once again on Thursday, Trans Trim Thursday. I'll break out a Trans Trim equipped guitar and play some riffs, and we'll jam out,
Sweet.
hang out, shoot the crap again, I guess. See if
Seems
we
to
can.
be a popular segment of our show. Our viewership seems to go up when we're just sitting
When
here
we're just sitting
shooting
and
the shit.
chilling and chatting. Yeah. Well, that's cool. You know, we can change it up.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll dedicate Thursday night to just making fun of Quentin or something like that. We'll see what that does for viewership. Love you, Quentin.
Oh, write a script.
So we'll see everybody Thursday. Appreciate you all hanging out with us tonight. I had a lot of fun, and
It was good. Yeah.
want to say
Nice
thank
guitar,
you.
man. Good score.
Right on. Thank you. So going to say thanks again to all of our channel members that we've got, old and new. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to help support the channel, I got EV Mux that's coming due. Could really use some help on that. Yeah.
We started
that-
GoFundMe for that.
Hit the So if you want to help us out, become a channel member, just hit that join button that's over there underneath the video for tonight. And we appreciate all of you, old and new. We appreciate the support. All right, so we're out of here. We'll see you Thursday for Trans Trim Thursday. And until then, I want to just say later. Thank you very much, Arky, for that late leaving the show super sticker. $10 support for the channel. Thank you so much. See everybody again soon. Later.